Gold is breaking records. Stocks are moving like it's the dot-com bubble all over again. And Bitcoin? It just hit $116,000. These aren't random moves, they're signals. Signals that the next crypto explosion is already in motion. If you want to understand why Bitcoin and altcoins could be gearing up for their biggest run yet, you're in the right place. Let's start with stocks. Oracle recently added a jaw-dropping $250 billion in market value in a single day. That's the kind of mania we didn't even see during the dot-com boom. And when we see moves like this, it tells us one thing: we're deep in the late stages of a massive bull cycle. Now here's the opportunity. Late-stage bull markets are chaotic, but they're also the most profitable for those who know how to position. The Federal Reserve is under huge pressure to cut rates. Whether Powell stays or is replaced, history says we're about to see some of the fastest rate cuts in modern times. And when that happens, it's like pouring rocket fuel on risk assets, stocks, real estate, and especially crypto. Gold is already leading the way. It just broke a 45-year inflation-adjusted high. That's a $24 trillion market, and it takes massive buying pressure to move it. Gold's breakout is telling us the dollar is being debased at a scale we haven't seen since the 1970s. Here's why that matters. Historically, Bitcoin lags gold in these moments, but once it catches up, it outperforms by multiples. Gold moving higher is basically a flashing green light for Bitcoin. Bitcoin just crossed $116,000, pressing against key resistance at the 50-day moving average. If it holds this level, the next targets are $118,000 and beyond. And from there, we could see a clean run to new all-time highs. But here's what makes this cycle different. Instead of wild parabolic runs and crashes, Bitcoin has been moving in a stair-step pattern. Long periods of sideways consolidation, followed by explosive breakouts. That builds strong support, which means this bull market could last longer and climb higher than anything we've seen before. My forecast? At least $150,000 this cycle. And if institutions accelerate their buying, it could be far higher. Not every asset is keeping pace. Ethereum has been lagging badly compared to Bitcoin and Solana. Some ETH-based funds are even trading below the value of their own holdings, which shows how weak sentiment is right now. That's why many investors believe Solana will outperform Ethereum in this leg of the bull run. Bitcoin leads, Solana follows, and Ethereum may have to play catch-up later. Now let's talk about the real game changer: retirement accounts. For the first time ever, US workers will soon be able to add Bitcoin into their 401 kiloseconds. Think about what that means. Tens of millions of people steadily buying Bitcoin every single month. That creates what experts are calling an infinite bid, a finite supply of Bitcoin paired with unlimited recurring demand. That's the setup that could make million-dollar Bitcoin a reality before this decade is over. Of course, let's be real. Bitcoin is volatile. 20%, 40%, even 50% pullbacks are part of the game. But volatility isn't your enemy. It's the very reason Bitcoin can deliver life-changing gains. Amazon, Tesla, and Facebook all saw 80% drops in their early growth stages. And yet the investors who held on built fortunes. Bitcoin is following the same wealth compounding path. So here's the bottom line. Gold's breakout, stock market mania, and Bitcoin at $116,000 are all pointing to one thing: the next big crypto explosion. If you want to be ready, the strategy is simple. Allocate wisely, embrace the volatility, and stay patient. Because at the end of the day, volatility builds fortunes. If this video helped you see the bigger picture, smash that like button, subscribe for more weekly crypto updates, and drop your questions in the comments. I read every single one.